This will be lower quality. They blocked it. And I can't unblock it. If you publish, goes back to block. Yeah. So, and I registered everything in there. But I played some songs too long, I'm sure. And I was actually saying it. I'm like, I want to catch. So
okay, let's go back to the James Bond and got done working.
So when we get to the music
food right now.
I'll stop it.
754. The 7 is the cleansing of the earth, the refinement of the church.
Yep.
So on and so forth.
I got another 54 tag. And I got another 54. That's two 54s in James Bond movie. So we really do have to when you portal, whoops. Stupid.
Going, and they're always showing you, and white garments and all.
When you portal back through 54 days. March 5th. Portal back is on the 17th. Now, I don't know. Now, if they're honoring the portal, like we know the portal is real, they're telling you 54 days back from the portal. November 17th is when he's going down, which is that big day that I'm looking at, we're looking at, right?
14, dip yourself 7 times in the Jordan, in his skin, through the leprosy, became.
And we're just talking about the 7, what the word number set, why there's so many 7s in Revelation. Goes back to 2 Kings 5:14. He was told to dip himself 7 times in the Jordan, and it cleansed his leprosy, and his skin was like a child's. And that's what the church goes through. That's why it's 7 letters to the church divided by 7, the 7 letters to the 7 churches. So I might speed up my voice a little bit here. Let me see if 1.5 is too fast.
Clean. That's what the church divided in 7. The church about to go through the tribulation, and so to be clothed in white garments and all that. But this isn't a Bible study. So, but the 54, you go back 54 days. That's November 17th on the portal.
Yep.
And when you
guess what? It's in the next James Bond. I mean, it's in the James Bond movie again. Because one thing I wanted to look at was the London Eye. Well, they called it the Eye. The Antichrist receives a deadly wound in his right eye. It opened on New Year's Day, which we see an iPet goat. You see the New Year's, because they cut to the eye or downtown London where you could see the London Eye after he died in the movie. And there's February 1st, which portals back through December 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, man. Which would be after he died. So do you have to give it a day? I don't know, man. And then you've got March 9th. So December 31st, February 1st, and March 9th. All various days that it opened. Well, March 5th is portaling back from the 17th. So we've already passed the portaling back through date of March 9th. So it's just something, hopefully we'll remember to go back to that around December 19th. Because that's the portal time to and from. This is also Year of the Tiger or Eye of the Tiger. That might be what the February 1st is referring to. It's the Eye of the Tiger. So the last date, let me see, 4th. Yeah, that would be the 13th, portaling back to November 13th. And then, so really, it's looking at New Year's Eve. because that could just be representing Eye of the Tiger or the Year of the Tiger. So I don't know. iPad Goat. It was New Year's Eve, Day of the Dead, because they were blowing the New Year's Eve blower. And here's your other bond tag with a 54. So you got 54 twice. Bond 54. I don't know. That's 2 54s though on the tag, which portals back 54 days, portals you back to the November 17th.
The explosion was taking place on Dark Knight Rises. The commissioner was in the box and it had 32200. So it does make you go back and think about
The 322.
November 17th with that right there. And let's keep going through these photos. I was at the gym and our gym has this now showing, and they're always showing you, you know, what.
Yeah, and Batman Begins is on the 18th. Too Fast, Too Furious, 2-2. The 22, I don't know. So pointing to February 2nd. Do certain dates, then tell us other dates. But you got Too Fast, Too Furious. Again, the 22. And then the following day would be when the riots and so forth take place. And that's Batman Begins, because he would go into perdition, acting like he's dead. And he's not, of course. Beginning the 4 horses of the apocalypse.
New movies they show in the gym. I don't know if this is something they subscribe to. They get these DVDs mailed to them. I don't know if this is nationwide. Well, that should just. Then if it's 12/21, the Nightmare Before.
And Vanessa was talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas, 12/21. The Fed is going to be giving more checks, inflation, so on and so forth.
Xmas, markets crash just after everyone has spent everything on their savings, decreased value.
Makes you think he's going to go down this year for sure. Before Christmas, the Nightmare Before Christmas, when everything would really
Makes sense to me.
unravel.
So thank you, Vanessa. Let's continue on. 9/11 plus 419 days. Yes, it goes to April 1st. Well, if the X goes.
All right, so we did something here. Went ahead and took a look at 9/11 to the Mayan calendar crash, the Mayan calendar date. It was 4119. And then when you run that back through, it lands on April 1st, 2024, as when the world would really end, because the X across the United States is 7 or 8 days later. 7 or 8, symbolic. So then I showed y'all the movie Apocalypto, which might have, you know, given me the crash. And it was running
music and stuff.
And it was running ads on
y'all know this song.
See it running ads on my video because it said it would run ads because of everything I borrowed. So in Apocalypto, they were getting their heads lopped off until the eclipse came, and it reminded me of a video by Empire of the Sun, which I played, which I think could have given me a copyright strike. We are the people who rule the world song. And think of that, Empire of the Sun. We are the people who rule the world. There's blocking out the sun again, the eclipse. Empire of the Sun. We are the people who rule the world. That's the name of the song. I caught it off a Vizio commercial. I was like, really like that song. And me playing it, there's Day of the Dead type symbolism. Antichrist. 54 days, November 17th again. Apocalypto. The guy was about to get his head chopped off. And
The Sun, Do Not Fear. He's back from the portal. James Bond had a 54 on a license tag.
2 license tags.
54322. You gotta love it. It's November 17th, and you go back 54 days from the portal. Apocalypto Eclipse was what we were looking at. People of the banner of the sun do not fear. I mean, that's what that video was about.
So the eclipse hit. The Empire of the Sun video showed you all about the eclipse. Then Apocalypto, and a real eclipse comes, and they quit chopping the heads off when the sun reappears. They feel like the god has had enough of the blood that they were spilling. They would capture other tribes and chop their heads off.
The sun do not fear.
Super good movie.
Subtitles.
It's all subtitles.
Really interesting ending of the movie for sure. More comments we need to go over. Yeah. It doesn't look like correlation video. I was listening to the video in my car on the way.
So Michael Jack said, please have a song called Canary in the Coal Mine. And of course, Tom Hanks also said, I'm the canary in the coal mine for the illness. And Michael did some gematria. I played Driven to Tears for y'all, which, is part of this copyright strike. But you can look up lyrics for, it's also got Bombs Away, Driven to Tears. And there was another song, When the World is Burning Down, we'll make the best of what's still around, which of course is Order Out of Chaos, which is what they do. And we'll get into Michael's comments in just a second. So there's the lyrics to Driven to Tears. And then I got into When the World is Running Down, we'll make the best of what's still around lyrics. And that's what got me in a lot of trouble. So now I started going through everybody's comments. I can slow it down now. Let it play through. This video, of course, will end up being a lot shorter.
And back 69 days. Maybe 629. 4269 is 42 months and 69 days. Which, that
was serious. Good. That was good. I want y'all to listen to this.
9/11 and 11/19. Forwards and backwards. Comments.
There you go.
From 9/11, 2021 through 11/19, 2021 is 69 days. 9/11 and 11/19. Forwards and backwards. And back 69 days. Maybe 629. 4269 is 42 months and 69 days. Which, seriously. Christian Schultz just like knocked that one out of the park, man. That's enormous. The 4269 is 42 months and 69 days between 9/11 and 11/19. Because we just think it's now. We think it's like 17th, 18th, 19th. Batman Begins is the 19th. The 18th. Right? We just showed that. That's when it comes on. On all these, whoever subscribes to these movie channels, like at my gym, that's pretty intense. Batman Begins. The Dark Knight Rises. Wow. That was excellent, Christian. I just entered the 119 into gematria. Really interesting results. One is called Elijah the Prophet, Julius, One Currency, Bitcoin, and many more. The Rapture, Earthquake, Jared Kushner, Angel Wings, Serpent Devil, just a few. Yeah, that gematria calculator, man, or whatever we call it, word bank, it always spits out some interesting stuff for sure. Thank you for your legwork on that. Back to Victor. I forgot to mention that on 9/11 this year, Trump called for 21 days of prayer. It seems to be something about the 21. Yeah, there's something about every number. It drives me nuts because I'm a numbers guy and I just see stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And if you actually enter November 19th, back to Christian Schultz, has even more interesting results. Beast of Revelation, Heaven's Key, Joe Biden, Satan from the Bible, and many more. And thank you again for your legwork on that.
Yeah, nice work. Hang on just a second. I got to send an email real quick. There we go.
Can I ask a question, just something that I have contemplated just a few times? Do you think Satan and the AC might actually be two different people? Well, the Satan is the fallen angel and the Antichrist is a human being who will be infused. Satan will use his body as an avatar, which is basically the mark of the beast. In other words, the Antichrist is the first person to receive the mark of the beast. And then the whole world's going to want what he's got to get eternal life, if that makes sense. For example, Biden is Satan. No. And Trump is the Antichrist. No, no, no. I mean, Trump is the Antichrist. Yes, yes, yes. Satan right now playing a fool. Wait for the Antichrist, both working at the same goal. Trump is Batman, Biden is Robin. So they are working for the same goal, most definitely. Beast out of the sea, beast out of the earth, just a thought, maybe Satan, Lucifer. Lucifer is the female transgender version of Satan, by the way. And the Antichrist are just a thought. Maybe Satan, Lucifer, and the Antichrist are three different people. Well, Lucifer is Satan, just packaged more nicely as the goddess from their Gnostic world or their, Sophia world, Gnostic world. Hard to say, really. But it's the goddess. It's Queen of Heaven, Queen of the Universe, Venus, Astarte, Asherah, Inanna, Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Queen of Heaven, Queen of the Universe. Catholic Church on I-4 titled Mary, Queen of the Universe, Orlando, Florida. So hope that helps. AWTR, you mentioned October 12th. And yes, it is huge. The sum of the numbers on 10, I'll see, I don't even remember what made me mention October 12th. It was a portal date, wasn't it? The sum of the numbers 1012 is 33. That was the birthday of Aleister Crowley. No way.
Yeah, and what we later figured out.
AC initials. Yeah, Aleister Crowley was like.
What we later figured out was that 9/11 progresses to October 12th, progresses to November 13th, progresses to December 14th, that big eclipse date from last year when it hit in the middle. But we've already passed November 13th. So, but anyway.
He called himself 666 the Beast. He was Trump's precursor, if you will. 10 plus triangular number of 12 is 88. Oh, that's very interesting. It was Christopher Columbus Day, beast out of the sea symbol. Yep. Very well done. And just this year, Santa Rosa woman found nearly 100 snakes living under her home on that day. The world's largest Ouija board was made on that day. Good grief, AWTR. Just loaded with info. New Fitch, and thank you, New Fitch movie. The map shows Florida completely submerged. Can't wait. If that's the way I'm going to die, love it. Submerged, and the coastline from Maine to Texas is heavily flooded. I live on latitude line with La Palma in Florida, West Palm. Oh, you're down on West Palm Beach? I almost married a girl from West Palm Beach. You might know her. She's a pilot. Let's just say her name is Kim. Do you know her? Zarlodius. Plus that coin with the palm on it. Yep. Well, Trump is in Palm Beach, which is over the bridge from West Palm Beach, as you know, Zarlodius. So, but for everybody else, I said that. I watched the beach cams to watch for the receding waters. Super interesting. Thank you. Michael Jack, Donald Pleasant's original Blowfield and his movie career must be studied more. Some interesting movies that he starred in. Eye of the Devil. Well, there you go. The Right Eye. An arrow is featured on the box cover in the right eye of a skull. Well, there you go. Released on November 18th, Batman Begins. His character's name is Pierre Dominic, which comes to 666 and 66 in full reduction, a different cipher. Michael, excellent. 1984, released on March 6th, which is 666, 1956. Dystopia future following a nuclear war. Prince of Darkness, released on October 23rd. These are all the movies that this Blowfield guy played in. Prince of Darkness, released on October 23rd, directed by John Carpenter, in what is called his Apocalypse trilogy of movies. John Carpenter did the Halloween movies, and they live. Unbelievable. Also, this guy that played Blowfield did Escape from New York after World War III in 1988 against China, Soviet Union. Those are going to be our actual adversaries in the upcoming planned war. Absolutely, they will. It'll be China, Russia, Los Estados Unidos. We're the ones with all the bombs. They're just going to tear stuff up. John Carpenter did Halloween. Upcoming planned stage World War III. John Carpenter directed again. Pleasance played the role of President John Harker. THX 1138. Hey, there's that 1138. Straight out from my stepdaughter's number, remember? She is 3 times 19 times 1.998. 1138. Along with what? The 86. The 86ing of the what? Of the 88. They've been trolling me my whole life, man. Who knew? Plot dystopia. The use of mind-altering drugs on the population is mandatory to enforce compliance along with the citizens. Released on March 11th, which is 33. Very good. I could go on all day with dark and dystopian, satanic, and more themes associated with Donald Pleasance. Love it. The original Blowfield. So it's his crowning moment that Blowfield was saying as he was celebrating his birthday. And so, No Time to Die, IMDb. Waltz was the director's name too, wasn't it, in The Godfather? The Godfather producer, Waltz. Wasn't his name Waltz? The Godfather producer, Waltz, Jack Waltz. So WOLTZ was in The Godfather, specific. No Time to Die, cast and crew. That guy's name is Christopher Waltz. And he's in a lot of Tarantino's movies, and he played Blowfield, and he's got the name Christ in his name. And his birthday is October 4th, my high school sweetheart's birthday. What do you know? 1956. We got to run his birthday through the portal then, don't we? Which is really going to have to be, let's just go back 100 days. Just to see if we get close. That's
I'm
October
back.
2nd.
I'm not sure what
So
I'm
you go
doing
back
here.
98 days. You get Blowfield's birthday, the crowning moment.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So does Trump get crowned on April 18th?
We're looking at May
Does
11th.
Trump get crowned?
Portals
Oh, that's 2
back
days
to
after the full
9/11.
moon of the 16th. I already know what.
Yeah.
Already know what moon that is. For this Chris Waltz guy.
Yeah. Waltz was also the name of the Godfather producer that had the horse's head in his bed.
Zenyatta Mundata gives you the apocalypse with all of its gematria. It's beautiful work, Michael. Thank you. Jonas Salk was born on.
Sunyata Mudata comes to East Coast tsunami, the final solution, strong earthquake, mass depopulation, nuclear warfare. And that was a song that I did. I'll put all those songs and everything again in the description. I'm just not playing them this time, obviously. Jonas Salk was born on October 28th. Again, second wife's birthday. Everything about her in my life was connected to Trump through progressive marriage numbers, something the Lord had showed me. That you can't get in any occult book, magazine, website, anything, through multiplication, where their numerology world is all done by addition and taking 19 and or taking like the number 15 and going 1 + 5 is 6, boom, you know, and then 6 means something. I never fooled much with numerology. I looked into it, but never got much out of it. I was more of an astrologer. Elvis Presley was publicly poked on October 28th. And notice how, again, how my ex-wife's, how her birthday relates to everything. But remember how her daughter, I had showed y'all her number, got the 88 in it with the 86. And there's that 1138 we just saw. So, I mean, it's like my whole life's been trolled, you know, but purposefully by the Holy Spirit, but they're able to troll the situation or my life also through weird ways that I've noticed.
Second wife's birthday, October 28th. There was a father with a polio vaccine, which I feel like all that stuff was created by them, these people born with issues, and then they gave you the solution.
Yeah.
The order out of chaos. They give you the chaos of people's legs.
I think they created polio and then discontinued it and made you think that what you were getting poked with was solving it.
It's not being growing right, or feet and legs and arms. They gave us polio, and then they gave us a solution for polio to bring in getting the pokey pokes. Elvis Presley publicly poked for polio on October 28th, my second wife's birthday in 1956, 1 year after Bill Gates was born. This event significantly increased the uptake of the polio. Definitely hearts has something to do with everything now. Pfizer pharmaceutical has radio commercials to raise awareness of the signs of heart attack, strokes, and heart failure.
Pfizer
Ulta has a commercial out right now saying TikTok time is running out to get your gifts before the big holiday. Lastly, I keep thinking of Luke 21:26. Yes, I meant to say that. Thank you. I keep forgetting that. I'll think about it when I'm riding around. It's the Bible verse where men's hearts failing them for fear.
Yep. So there's the Bible verse about how in the end times men's hearts will start to, but that's the goat's hearts, and that's probably how they die in the human host body. But of course the demonic entities will have that body still alive and will be, remember, like in the movie Venom, the human host dies off. They're the all goats of the earth will become fallen angel human hybrids. They'll be using the human body as an avatar. The human host will die off, but the body will still be alive through the demonic entity. Will be keeping it alive. So they're basically running around in a dead body, which is what a zombie is. I just thought of that, right? That's what a zombie is. It's the dead that are alive, which is the Day of the Dead. The James Bond movie opens up and says the dead, and then it says are alive. Remember how it hits that bass drum? Boom, boom. It's the beginning of Spectre. The opening of Spectre, Day of the Dead, YouTube. I meant to go to YouTube. I better do it through YouTube. I just think it's a better search to where I get what I want. The opening of Spectre, Day of the Dead. Seems like this is the one.
Our top story tonight, as the terrorist rebellion enters another year.
Boom, the dead are alive. And, you know, could be. Truth too, haha. It was waking. It was awesome waking up too. Lady goes, you sound like Matthew McConaughey. And I'm like, all right, all right, all right. I've heard that before, that I sound like Matthew McConaughey. It depends. Some days I do, some days I don't. Let's keep going.
So they're getting their hearts. They're creating hearts to, again, as above, so below. They're creating hearts to fail, like God gets to make their hearts fail at the end. A fear for looking after those things which coming of the earth, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Maybe the heart issues are types of shadow of what is to come. Well, it's their as above, so below reversal, Vanessa, in my opinion, that they get to do everything God gets to do. And that might be how the human host dies off, by a heart attack. And
we're about to get into James
Maybe,
Bond, so I'll stop this video and make another one.
Poke, out of fear of the things happening on the earth, and some are getting heart failure, foreshadowing. There you go. What song, please? What was that about? Tebow Martin.
We click it. There's really nothing there.
Comments. Because I want to watch each. Bo Martin said, what song?
La Palma landslide would be like dropping a pebble into a kiddie pool. Nothing burger or nothing bigger. And that very well could be. I think we're about to get into.
And so on and so forth. Maybe there's people get the poke out of fear.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and then make another one pretty much based, because the whole rest of the video is based off of everything we saw in No Time to Die. And then I'll add everything I saw toward the end, because went ahead and watched the ending, went ahead and paid $19.99 to go back and watch about the last 30 or 40 minutes. And, you know, there's still a lot there. All right. Love y'all very much.